Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to all participants. Ladies and gentlemen, here are some announcements. Before the event starts, I would like to invite
Recording in progress.
to be seated as the program today will begin soon. And kindly fill in the vacant front seat, and may I have your kind cooperation to kindly rise during the arrival of our distinguished guests. Also, please make sure that all guests have registered and at the registration counter, and our secretariat will guide you later. Also, please make sure that our handphones are in silent mode. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, for your information, our APT Regional Workshop is on live streaming on Facebook. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise to the arrival of Young Barisat Rampono Dr. alias Ramli, Director General of Plan and Contemporary Malaysia, accompanied by Dr. Jendon Park, Director Project Development Asia Pacific Telecommunity, Mr. Ki Hoon Kyung, Telecommunication Technology Association of Korea, Young Barisat, Rampono Mat Nazri bin Abdullah, Deputy Director General Planning of Plan and Contemporary, and Cik Rashid bin Cik Seman, Director of Project Office of the Central Zone Town and Country Planning, Malaysia. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, you may now be seated. Listening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to all conference delegates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the APT Regional Workshop on Smart City Platform 2022 here at the Palm Garden Hotel Putrajaya, Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Mary Dalila binti Abdul Wadu. It is my pleasure to be your MC for today, and on behalf of the organizer, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all international and local participants. This ABT Regional Workshop on Smart City Platform is organized by Asia Pacific Telecommunity, APT, in a collaboration with Federal Department of Town and Country Planning, PlanMalaysia, and Telecommunication Technology Association of Korea, TTA. This event is also involved local strategic partners, including Ministry of Communication and Multimedia Malaysia, Putrajaya Corporation, Malaysia Smart City Alliance Association, MSCA, and Malaysian Industry Government Group for High Technology, MIC. For your information, this workshop is one of the deliverable in the collaboration program on Smart City under the extra budgetary contribution from the Republic of Korea. This 2 days program aims to share views, strategies, experience, and challenges on Smart City Data Platform that will include presentation and discussion in 4 stations, which is Station 1, Policy and Strategy on Smart City Platform, Station 2, Smart City Platform and Use Cases, Station 3, Integration and Sharing of Smart City Data, and Station 4, Standard-Based Smart City Platform and Data. Ladies and gentlemen, this APT Regional Workshop on Smart City Platform is also part of the annual Smart City Awareness event by PlanMalaysia, which is Smart City Lab 2022. We hope this hybrid event will bring more benefit to the local participant, is especially improving the understanding on Smart City Platform. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further delay, we would like to call upon Mr. Muhammad Fazli Idris to recite the prayers. Please welcome.
Al-Fatiha. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin. Wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Ya Allah, we extend our hand by expressing our gratitude for your kindness and guidance in implementing this program. Ya Allah, make us one of your servants who is always forgiven of all sin, guided in all endeavor and aspiration, and has grace and blessing in every practice and work. Allahumma ya Rahman ya Rahim. Ya Allah, may this event as a platform to unify hearts, mind and action for us to plan and execute every agenda that takes all opportunities to work together towards building our nation, religion and our country. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azabannar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Thank you, Mr. Muhammad Fazli Idris, for the recitation of prayers just now. May our program today be blessed and run accordingly. Ladies and gentlemen, for information, our APT Regional Workshop is on live streaming on Facebook. And thank you to the virtual participant for joining us through our Facebook live streaming. And we encourage you to like, share, and share as more can follow this event. Ladies and gentlemen, to kickstart our event today, I would like to invite Dr. John Bong Park, Director Program Development of Asia Pacific Telecommunity APT, as the organizer to this APT Regional Workshop to deliver his remarks. Please welcome.
Greetings. Dr. alias bin Rameli, Director General, PlanMalaysia. Dr. Gina Park, Program Director of National Strategic Smart Program, the Minister of Land, Infrastructure and Transport, Republic of Korea. Distinguished representatives from the Asia Pacific members, dear participants from the local host country, Malaysia, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, greetings and good morning to you all. On behalf of the Asia Pacific Telecommunity, I'd like to extend my heartfelt appreciation to the government of Malaysia, in particular PlanMalaysia and the Ministry of Communication and Multimedia Malaysia for organizing this APT regional workshop on smart city here in beautiful city, Putrajaya. APT appreciation also goes to the government of Korea, in particular the Ministry of Land, Infrastructure and Transport, as well as Telecommunication Technology Association, for their generous support in supporting this event and willingness to share their experiences in smart city platform to the APT member countries. I guess many of you are not familiar with APT as a Pacific Telecommunity. So please allow me to take a short moment to introduce who is APT. As a Pacific Telecommunity, or APT, is an intergovernmental organization specialized in telecommunication and ICT. APT was established by United Nations and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific, shortly UNESCAP, and ITU, International Telecommunication Union, back in 1979. APT is a treaty-based organization among 38 member administration in the Asia and the Pacific. And we also have affiliate members who are the industry, and then we are based in Bangkok, Thailand. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, we have gathered together here to discuss about smart city. As we understand, most of the nations in the world, they have own visions to transform their nation to be smart. So we have observed a number of nationwide visions, initiatives for smart nation, smart island, or smart cities. And it also comes down to a smaller scale, such as smart villages or smart communities. Although there would be some difference in terms of size, but their aspiration for transforming their societies into being smart would be the same. So the question for all of us is how to transform our society smart. There would be more than 100 different answers from each of you gathered here. So I don't intend to compete with you who are the real experts on smart city to answer to the question. However, I would dare to say that one of the key elements in smart city is the cross-sectoral collaboration among all stakeholders involved, such as ministry to ministry, department to department, agency to agency, and public to private, and so on and so forth. The conventional silo structures working arrangement cannot create an enabling environment for the smart city. I do believe every participant would agree on my assessment. In this context, I'd like to appreciate the kind arrangement of the event made by PlanMalaysia by inviting various stakeholders and local authorities to gather together to discuss same issue and the smart city platform. Furthermore, I cannot but mentioning the kind assistance of KCOM, Ministry of Communication and Multimedia Malaysia, for channeling to the PlanMalaysia for this collaboration. Ladies and gentlemen, smart nations, smart islands, and smart cities entail huge scale and long duration of national commitment and investment. In order to avoid any possible failures or minimizing the sunk cost involving in the smart cities, it is truly worthwhile exchanging information on challenges and measures, best practices, or successful stories among stakeholders to the extent possible. In this regard, APT wishes to express our sincere gratitude to the Korean government for reaching out APT to share their cases and stories to APT members through this extra contribution, budgetary contribution to APT. APT and the Republic of Korea share the view that the collaboration project would be beneficial to whole APT member administration. So we embarked the project back in August this year. Telecommunication Technology Association, or TTA, which is a national standardization organization, and is responsible for the project operation. And their suggestion and proposals on smart city project was quite focused. It intends to increase the awareness on the importance of the smart city platform, data integration, and standard. It is truly crucial to ensure interoperable services through the various smart city projects. But we have observed some of the attempts by some of the local authority to set up a standalone system. So observing this situation, APT believes the importance of the project and decided to work closely with TTA to promote the awareness of the importance of the topic. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, our esteemed MC already outlined our program. I'd like to skip the introduction of our program for 2 days, but I'd like to mention that there is one important event on day 3 for the site visit to the Malaysia. PlanMalaysia has kindly arranged a site visit to the Putrajaya Command Center, Putrajaya Corporation, for the overseas delegation to understand what is the arrangement and initiatives done by Malaysia. I wish for successful deliberation during the workshop, and we do believe all the representatives and participants could get lesson learned and find out some meaningful takeaway for your future endeavors. I'd like to conclude my remarks by expressing my thanks on behalf of APT to all delegates to the PlanMalaysia once again for the wonderful arrangement as well as warm hospitality put forward to all participants. Thank you and terima kasih.
Thank you, Dr. Jambranpa. Kamsahamnida. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it is our humble and great pleasure to invite Yang Bersat Town Planner Dr. Alias Ramli, Director General of Town and Country Planning Malaysia, as the host partner to deliver his welcome address. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Yang Bersat Town Planner Dr. Alias Ramli.
Yes. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, good morning, and also Joyun Nachim. Is it correct? Okay, thank you, Madam MC, Dr. John Bong Park, Director Project Development Asia Pacific Telecommunity, Ms. Gina Park, Program Director for National Strategic Smart Program, Ministry of Land, Infrastructure and Transport, Korea, Mr. Ki-Hun Park, Mr. Ki-Hun Kim, sorry, Team Manager, AI Convergence Standardization Department, Telecommunication Technology Association, TTA, distinguished speakers who attend physically and also through online platform, participants from APT members, and all participants from Malaysia, selamat datang and welcome to Malaysia, in particular to Putrajaya, the administrative city of Malaysia. Thank you for every one of you for being part of this meaningful event and representing the Ministry of Housing and Local Government and particular Federal Department of Town Country Planning, PlanMalaysia. I'm greatly honored to have this opportunity to deliver a short speech on the welcoming address for this APT regional workshop on Smart City platform. And first and foremost, I would like to convey my deepest appreciation on behalf of the government of Malaysia to Asia Pacific Telecommunity APT for giving the opportunity to Malaysia to be the host for the APT regional workshop on Smart City platform. And this workshop is one of the deliverables from the collaboration program on Smart City under the extra budgetary contribution from the Republic of Korea, ABC/K. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank the government of the Republic of Korea, APT, and Telecommunication Technology Association, TTA, for choosing Malaysia today as the partner for this collaboration. I would also like to express my gratitude as well as to the Ministry of Communication and Multimedia Malaysia, KCOM, for offering PlanMalaysia to participate in this collaboration program. And this is in line with Malaysia's strategic direction to strengthen international collaboration and partnership in capacity building, specifically in smart city agenda. So we believe it is also a manifestation of the Ministry of Housing and Local Government Strategic Framework towards a Smart City as KPKT is the focal point for smart city planning and implementation for the country. Ladies and gentlemen, cities across Malaysia are embarking on smart cities implementation as part of digital transformation by using technology to improve operational efficiency, optimize city functions, and also promote economic growth while also improving the quality of life for the citizens toward achieving the grand agenda of livable Malaysia. And the agenda of smart city in Malaysia was guided by the Malaysia Smart City Framework formulated by the Ministry of Housing and Local Government back in 2019. There are 7 pillars or 7 smart city components encompasses under this framework, i.e. smart government, smart living, smart economy, smart mobility, smart people, smart environment, and smart digital infrastructure. So these smart city components comprise of a system of the system. For instance, smart city lighting system, emergency response system, security surveillance system, renewable energy, and etc. And smart city platform is a vital under the smart government component as the integral management platform for all smart system of the city. And this one of the main reason why we eager to participate in this collaboration to learn from Korea's experience and other APT members, member state knowledge on this smart city platform. If using the Korean proverb, even if you know the way, ask 1 or 2 more time about the knowledge in terms of the smart city. And smart city platform usually, but not exhaustive, serves to unify data and information from the many siloed system. The platform provides a common mechanism for visualizing and managing data, and most importantly, optimizing overall city operations. So more end users and owner operators are starting to realize that the value of a unified smart city platform. This can provide seamless access to data across multiple systems and operating domains to create a unified and holistic view of the overall performance and the condition or the state of the city and its various functions, especially to the city managers and clicks from the local governments. Ladies and gentlemen, smart cities are one of the vehicles and backbone in achieving the aspiration of smart nation by 2040, set under the 4th National Physical Plan, NPP4, and become as one of the important commitments by the government of Malaysia. And in this regards, we believe that cities are the driver to be a smart nation and create livable and sustainable communities in line with the global agenda on, especially at the SDG number 11. And I also strongly believe that a better application and appreciation of technology to solve urbanization issues is vital to promote smart city solutions that put the people of citizens as the priority, that we focus on the people-centric in the context of smart city or in the overall context of urban development. And I hope this APT regional workshop on smart city platform will provide a venue for all of us to learn new things, share views, strategies, experience, and challenges on smart city data platform. There are a lot of knowledge, technology, and future directions that can be explored from this workshop that be designed to discuss at least 4 items that covers policy and strategy on smart city platform. Number 2, on smart city platform and use cases. Number 3, integration and sharing of smart city data, and last but not least, on the standard-based smart city platform and data. So, referring to the Korean inspirational quote, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. I think similar analogy can be used for smart city agenda, but the second best time is now. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, again, I truly look forward for exciting and fruitful discussion in this workshop and welcome all participants to enjoy Putrajaya, Kuala Lumpur, and Malaysia in general a land that offers vibrant experience with open arms, warmth, and best of can. So, kamsahamnida, terima kasih, thank you very much.
Thank you, Yang Bersama Doctor. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the next remarks is from Dr. Jinha Park, Program Director for National Strategic Smart Program, Ministry of Land, Infrastructure and Transport, Korea. But unfortunately, Dr. Jinha Park is unable to join us physically, so he will deliver his remarks virtually. Please welcome Dr. Jinha Park.
Can you hear me? Is it okay?
Correct. Is it okay? Clear.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. It's nice to meet you. I'm Jinha, Program Director of National Strategic Smart City Program, Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, and Transport. I was unable to attend today due to unavoidable circumstance. I congratulate the holding of the APT regional workshop and sincerely welcome the participants. We really hope to have you join the APT regional workshop on smart city platforms. APT regional workshop team has been working hard to put together a great program for you. This workshop is an important event for Korea's smart city, and we are hoping you get a lot out of it. This workshop is prep for partnership, focus on cultivating data evidence-based decisions on platform policy, aiming to be a together partner, board member, and matchmaker for policymaker and others on smart city policies. I'm excited to tell you a bit more about the lineup for today's event. Today, we are convening thought leaders from government, institute, research institute, and business who will engage over the course of the 3-day proceeding on specific platform topic related to the smart city. We have a tremendous lineup of experts who will address some of the most current and pressing questions in the smart city platforms. Let me now turn the brief overview of cities in various countries. Cities have long served as the center of a civilized society where peoples, goods, and ideas gather, and a place of living where more than half of a global population live now and are not immune from such disruptions. Cities in various countries have planned and developed a smart city service for over a decade. These cities have different historical, demographical, environmental, economic, and political background, and city development has been driven by different organizations and strategies. So Korea has pursued smart city development as a national priority and introduced various policy projects and initiatives. The main project is a two national pilot smart city are being built from the scratch to create the testbeds for city technologies and services. The smart city is not simply about introducing new technologies, it's about evolving urban functions and creating new growth opportunities to ensure sustainable citizens' quality of life. This is why it's the best to decide what to do and how to do it together with the city's true owners, the citizens at the center. With this in mind, our Smart Cities program has established citizen-centered governance, and the citizens have been directly involved in smart city development and operations. A smart city is a platform for innovations, exchange of ideas, and the convergence of technologies across sectors on this platform can help us discover solutions to urban platforms faster and more efficiently. It's my great pleasure to contribute this message to the APT regional workshop on smart cities platform. We look forward to extremely timely and important discussion. We will open up a new and better future for not only Korea, but also parallel cities in the world. So without further ado, let's begin. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Chinapa. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as the symbolic for the opening of this event, we would like to present a short video on APT Regional Workshop on Smart City Platform 2022 in Putrajaya, Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause for the APT Regional Workshop on Smart City Platform 2022. Thank you. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as a token of gratitude and appreciation, we are pleased to invite representatives from our South-Pacific Community, APT Dr. John Bom Park, Director of Project Development, to present the token of appreciation to the Yang Barossa Town Planner Dr. Alias Ramli, Director General of Town and Country Planning, for hosting this APT Regional Workshop on Smart City Platform 2022 in Putrajaya, Malaysia. Please welcome. Next, we wish to also request the Director General of Town and Country Planning to present the next memento to representative from Asia Pacific Telecommunity APT Dr. John Bom Park. And next, we are pleased to invite Director General of Town and Country Planning to present the next memento to representative from Telecommunication Technology Association, TTA, Mr. Ki Hoon Kim. Please welcome. Thank you, members Health, Town Planner Dr. Alias Ramli, Dr. Chong Bong Park, and Mr. Ki Hoon Kim. You are allowed to leave the stage and we will move on to the next agenda, which is the group photo. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, before we leave for coffee break, let's capture this memorable moment through a group photo. I would like to invite all the participants to come forward behind the VIP seat and stay in a big group for the photographer to capture this moment. And please move forward, especially for the first row and the second row of my left side to the front.
Remember, if you want to prepare, one, two, three, smaller, design, okay, thank you.
Thank you everyone for your cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, now we will have a short morning coffee break. Please be reminded the next station is the first station on topic policy and strategy on smart city platform. We'll start promptly after the coffee break at 11 a.m. Thank you and enjoy your refreshment. Ladies and gentlemen, the next station, sorry. Oh, Cik Fazil tak naik.
Recording stopped.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next session is going to start soon. Please be seated and kindly fill out the front seat.
Recording in progress.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, now we have come to our main agenda, the workshop session. All presentation and discussion will be moderated by our moderator. The topic of the first session is policy and strategy on smart city platform. So ladies and gentlemen, the session will be handed over to the moderator, Dr. John Park, Director Project Development Asia Pacific Telecommunity APT, to further spearhead the session. On this note, I wish you a fruitful, engaging, as well as productive session. So sit back, relax, and jot down your notes. Thank you, and over to you, Dr. John Bompak. The session is yours.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Okay. Thank you, and welcome back to the session one. As our esteemed MC already mentioned, this is the policy and strategy session of smart city platform. At the opening session, we saw the one video clips, which has been arranged by PlanMalaysia to indicate all the 7 components of smart cities. And then I saw one component is the smart people for the smart city. So I believe everybody here are smart people except me. So I'm trying to be smart as much as possible, but if I don't meet your expectation, please bear with me. A policy is always a key point when we do something, especially the government, try to launch the new services and projects, and always the policy is the key element. So as I said earlier during the speech, the smart city entails lots of investment and the long long-term engagement, commitment from the government. So in terms of formulating the policy is quite essential to set the right direction and then encourage all the stakeholders work together. So I think this session intends to learn from Malaysia and Republic of Korea and Thailand what are the policy and strategy involving in smart cities, especially the data platform and the platform of the smart cities. We have 1 hour, 30 minutes. So I believe we might ask our speakers to share their strategies and policy in 20 to 25 minutes each. And then we might have some Q&A after finishing all the presentation. So I'd like to encourage you take some note what you wish to ask the question. And then after finishing the 3 presentation, we will open up floor for possible question and answer. Here, the arrangement is a bit different from other meeting because of the screen at the stage. We cannot put the chair or sofas to the speakers, but instead we put the chair over there. But during the Q&A session, we will try to make some interactive arrangement as much as possible. Those are the basic introduction of this session. And then without any further ado, I'd like to invite the first speaker, Dr. Gina Park. He'll be talking about smart city platform strategy and directions of Korea. Dr. Gina Park holds a doctor's degree of engineering from Kyoto University. And then he was the professor in Hanyang University and Hanbad University, focusing on the industry collaboration purpose, user-centric smart city research cluster. And now he is the program director involving in the smart city in Korea. Without further ado, I'd like to hand over the microphone to Dr. Gina Park, but as you know, he joined the meeting virtually, so I'd like to call upon him through virtual. Dr. Gina Park, floor is yours.
Thank you very much. It's my great honor to speak to you about the smart city platform strategy and direction of Korea. So let's begin first with the topic of the smart city. Smart city starts with the idea that only business is create the value, and second, that business create the value best when it maximizes shared service and values for stakeholders. Smart city starts with the idea that wealth is actually created collectively by different type of organization, not only within business. The second point is how to we make sure also that wealth is redistributed between all these different value creating multiple stakeholders. And that means to citizens that improving living condition, it means serving our communities and definitely our planet. So it is more sustainable, but it's a much stronger concept if it's linked to an idea of wealth creation itself. So what I'd like to introduce our project of related to the smart city. First is the 7th main project. First is the Songdo International Business District, and second is the Mago Business District. Third is the Sangam Digital Media Cities. Fourth is Pangyo Technology Valleys, and fifth Sejong Special Self-Governing Cities. And next is our national pilot projects of smart city. First is the Sejong Smart City and Busan Eco Delta Smart City. Sejong Smart City is above the picture, and below the picture is the Busan Eco Delta Smart Cities. Sejong Smart City and Busan Eco Delta Smart City National Smart City Project is for establishing the future smart city leading model by utilizing the advantage of the site, which is currently blank. After selecting the site in January of last year, the major plans and execution plans were established. Since then, innovative attempts have been made such as the urban establishment system focusing on the master plan was established, and pursuing the integrating of the new technology of service related to the fourth industrial revolution and establishing city based on the participation of private company and citizens. Some more specific contents of our smart city project. First is the U-City stage plan Songdo. As a part of national project to building a cutting-edge green city, a new growth power Songdo is being developed into a ubiquitous city. This plays a pivotal role in IPAD's vision and realization strategy. Songdo as a part of Incheon Free Economic Zone is an iconic new smart city of Korea that hosts international business events and attract IT, biotech at R&D facilities. Songdo it's a smart city in just beginning of 2008 and is still going on with an aim for completion by now. The project is largely divided into 6 sectors, including transportation, security, disaster, environment, and citizen interaction with other services related to home, business, education, health, and car are also being developed. Next is the high-tech business district Magog. Magog is 2005, the government announced the creation of the Magog Industrial Complex as the R&D hub hosting high-tech industries as such IT and BT. The establishment of an urban development business plan in 2007 led to the development of a number of corporate office building and other developed projects with the more now on the way. Magog business district sites on the side of the about 3.7 billion square meters, and it comprises 3 main districts of residential complex and industrial business complex and the green complex, of all of which are designed to the complement on others. Magog is a comprehensive development including a future high-tech cluster and IT, BT, GT, and NT sector based on the transport, high-tech research center and colleges, and the promote of the business startups. Next is the digital media city Sangam. Sangam BMC located the northwestern part of the Seoul, adjacent to MBD. Magog Business District is a state-of-the-art the art of digital media and entertainment growth, which commenced development in 2006. The last 10 years have been the construction of numerous new office buildings and the relocation of major broadcasting and newspaper companies to the district, with around 2/3 of major occupiers in the building coming from the related industries. Next is the Techno Valley. Pangyo is the mecca of the state-of-the-art technology and core talents that lead the fourth industrial revolution. It creates perfect virtuous cycle where technology that makes dream come true leads to other dreams. Pangyo Technology Valley is the cradle of the Korea's first industrial revolution, where new business cultures are created through the harmony of the science and technology, which is why it is also called the first industrial revolution, Pangyo. Pangyo Technology Valley is the global convergence R&D hub for IT, BT, CT, and NT, with the integration, research, people, information, and trades. It is the innovation cluster that presents Gyeonggi-do. It serves to function as a new growth engine for the nation for the technology innovation, nurturing human talent, employment, and competitiveness in global businesses. Next is the special self-governing city, Sejong. Sejong is a special self-governing city and the de facto administrative capital of South Korea. Korea achieved unprecedented growth with developed strategy that emphasize highly compressed growth in metropolitan area. Such efforts have built to a several polarization of national territories. The innovation project had a three-step-wise objectives, and the public institutions and government-funded research institutes to province, establish small planned cities in the area and foster them as global hubs. The university were categorized into 4 types. First is an innovation hub city that promote innovation through collaboration among industry, academy, and public institutions. Second is specialized city with a regional theme, and third is eco-friendly green cities with a highly standard of living, and last is educational and cultural city that allow creative exchange of knowledge. This is our national pilot smart city project. First is the Sejong National Pilot Project aimed at the philosophy and the value of the city, a sustainable platform that enhances the residents' happiness and provide creative opportunities. Sejong City has 3 visions proposed by Sejong MP. First is as a testbed for new technology. We easily test the new convergence technology of first industrial revolution and fully deployed intelligence infrastructure and new convergence industry service, so that national pilot city can act as a platform for the integration of a variety of future technologies. Second is either embodied service that reserve the various urban needs such as traffic and energy. It is either developed on open operating system that embedded the data model for integrating big data management that connect the urban data with each others. Third, it's developed new services using urban data platform with the innovative industrial ecosystems. It will expand the participants of a private sector and promote public-private joint projects so that companies can participate with the great business models and from the initial stage of urban brain. Lastly, Busan Eco-Delta Smart City aims to adapt to also industrial levels to read the future industry and allow citizens to benefit from fair opportunity and inclusive growth with increased quality of life in the area of education, culture, safety, and environment. At the initial stage of the development of National Pilot Project, the two master planners set a vision of Eco-Delta Smart City as a global, innovative, growing future city in combination with human, nature, and technology. Based on this vision, three aims were created: a city where work and rest coexist. So, I think it's the smart city is must have coherent and dual. This thing called the city planning has been around for a long time. People would plan out the activity for they are going to engage in. Most regions have been multilateral and multi-system collaborative initiatives called SMART. People have put those two things together to call something smart city. Unfortunately, those things are the same, smart and cities. So just putting them together and calling it smart city doesn't help. Most smart cities in the world of business has nothing to do with strategy. It's going the world, but it's not. It is a set of activities that company says it's going to do. We are going to improve customer experience. We are going to open this new city. We are going to start to on new talent program development. So what's the strategy? Well, smart is an integrative set of choice that position you on a playing field of your choice in a way that you win. So there's a theory, smart as a theory. Here's why we should be on this playing field, not this other one. And here's how on the playing field, we are going to be better than anybody else at serving the customers, citizens on the playing field. That theory has to be coherent and it has to be doable. And next is I'd like to say, what is the willingness to use technology? It's creates more valuable, but there's a big difference. If I pay more, that just shifts value from the company to the staff to the employees. There's no value created. Value is just redistributed between the city and the people who work for the companies. If I make work more attractive, if the job is a better job, willing to sell goes down and actually create values. But we have a silo. Traditionally, we have built a city and individual unit in silos. You have a silo around the plan. You have a silo around the service development. You have a silo around the city constructing. But because those silos are necessary to optimize how people move, but as more and more of city is made up of digital technology, and then gradually that what happened is the company need to build differently. And then it's efficiently deploy technology based on the data to power as many different processes as it can reach. And then what do we change? I want to be able to cross through all of those and then make prediction about where capacity is needed. Where do you expect patterns come through? The view of data integration analytics and software as the core is the big shift. So they integrated the data sets we put in the large data lake, and the startup is just some reality. Essentially, this approach that would enable you to very quickly create predictive models around how many services they might need, how many needs makes they might need. All that had to be predicted in the smart city. And then I'm going to share with you how smart city platform design can help you build your own data-driven smart city. The city is a system of systems. It's about transportation, it's about energy, it's about environment. If you know it's about some kind of interesting topics about well-being of citizens, that is based on the experience that they have in these multiple, let's say, interaction with the city in different domain in areas, mobility and digitalization, energy, sustainability, urban planning, etc. Would you like to explore smart and sustainable city solution from Korea? Whether you are interested in mobility, or first is the mobility. In 2030, Korea 100% of Korea's transportation should be fossil free. The goal will be met by shifting from the fossil fuels such as biogas, bioethanol, biodiesel, but also electricity. Transportation in our city has changed in many ways. Next has digitalization. Korea has a big focus on digital innovation, and digital innovation is the foundation of a smart and well-being city. Drive Korea focus on the collaboration between stakeholders that is necessary to transform the society. System of tomorrow's. Digitalization, automation sharing the different city solutions are very important components in this. Next, so social sustainable. Let's move on to the smart Seoul, which is a global leading example between the smart citizenry and social inclusion in smart city. The work with the smart citizenry is visible in the city in many different ways, as the smart city is still unique in itself. So next is the circular economy. Circular economy is a sustainable production and consumption model which offer a way to fight global climate change and reduce carbon emissions. To create circumstances, collaboration with different sector and society is a key. So, a smart city platform helped city in predicting and then analyzing and in managing and then integrating those multiple sources in the optimum way in order to make sure that their citizens are living smart. Let's say the most smart city in the world, and the exciting thing about living, smart city, of course, of smart city platform design is to foster innovation and data society. As usual, cities have already got ample amount of historic data, and given the fact that many cities have already done a lot of smart city pilot projects, it's really more important than ever to getting value from this data to drive even smart city platforms. Next is the strategy for data. So this is Korean smart city data strategy in simple terms. So what Korean smart city data strategy try to build a single data market, exactly like any market in Europe. Now this data strategy centers on these 4 pillars. So create the data flow architecture and across Korea to create the so-called data hub across sector doing this, accessing high quality data, and the only way to build the service and smart service is getting across the quality data, meaningful data, standard data. Also, we want to have common rules to use and calculate the data, and of course, we want those values to be in line with the rules and principles and the value of Korean Smart City Alliance. But the challenge to get value from the data is that most of the data remain in their own data silos. Each silo project can operate where that's the rules for presenting their own paths. But it is not easy to get all these data together to find the relationship between them for a better city behavior understanding. To address these issues, data lake has become a main trend to be silos data together in order to aggregate them into one single repository of truth. But just to understand is not enough to transform a city. We need the AI, machine learning technology, and to find the counterintuitive insights which we call wisdom in order to find the most appropriate approach to transform the cities in their unique way to realize their ultimate outcomes. The city transform have to go through the multiple integration of innovation cycle, which we typically call the networking architecture for smart city. Smart city usually start with the pilot project. Smart city platform provide the readiness and depth of service to experiment and learn all these solutions agile effectively and scale if each solution provide to be useful and profitable for the city. And at the same time, making sure all data can be managed effectively, stored securely. Once data properly aggregated into smart city data lake as a single repository of truth, which will connect integrated with other smart city services, data analytics can be easily applied on the consolidated data set for the scientists to perform ad hoc pattern discovery, which is crucial to empower them to identify potential transformation directions. And finally, smart platform AI and machine learning service can be applied to find the counterintuitive insights that help the city to make more accurate data-driven decisions and policies, and define smart city solutions as well as inspiring this insight for driving the city toward and even smarter directions. In Smart City platform, we have a Smart City data canvas to ensure data can get through the proper journey in order to help the city to achieve their ultimate outcomes. We have appropriate service and building blocks to handle the batch and real-time data integration and making sure the data can be stored in the data lake in the most appropriate format and processing pipeline to ensure the batch data and real-time can be accurately digested format. For subsequent consumption staged by analytics and finally, we build spectrum of services to help deliver insight to end users so that they can achieve their final outcomes. Depending on the different smart city use case, the different smart city platform service can be selected to these building blocks in this canvas to realize a smart city. In smart city system and the use case requirements may be different from one country to another, but they can be implemented the smart city platform according to our best practice with operational efficiencies and scale, whatever it is needed. Our smart city canvas can help you achieve your smart city outcomes in your own and unique ways. Finally, here's our smart city platform innovation success that we would like to share with you. Daegu Metropolitan City Government in southeastern region of Korea is for the thinking city with a rich tactile machinery material and automotive industry has working in the National Smart City Program to create the data on traffic, safety, urban facilities management that enable the Daegu Metropolitan City Government to understand, manage it, and improve how the city can offer better experience to their citizens. And I think we've been quite good to stay in the 30 minutes, and thank you very much for your attention. Thank you for your time with me to get more information and learn more about how Smart City platform could help create your own smart cities. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Park, for your informative presentation. He talks about some of the strategy needs to be coherent, and then he talks about smart city data platform, and then strategy for the data and then some of the examples in Daegu City. I think it provides some of the a topic for further discussion during the Q&A, but please bear with me to shift all the questions at the end of our session. Okay, next speaker, he sat beside me, but he might excuse a little bit. So if Kun Apinat is ready, I'd like to call upon Kun Apinat to make a presentation. Oh no, he's coming. Next speaker is okay. Let me hold on. Town planner Mohamed Naziz Abdullah is the Deputy Director General of the Department of Town and Country Planning of PlanMalaysia. He has been serving the government for more than 27 years since 1995. He graduated from Malaysian Science University in Penang Island. He holds a master's degree in Geographical Information Science and degree in Town and Country Planning. He'll be talking about Malaysian Urban Observatory as a national spatial big data analytics platform. With this, I'd like to hand over microphone to Dr. Naziz bin Abdullah. Please join me welcoming him.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and a warm welcome to all. This is my pleasure for me to be here today on behalf of the government of Malaysia and my department, Federal Department of Town and Country Planning and Ministry of Housing and Local Government to present a paper entitled Malaysia Urban Observatory as a National Spatial Big Data Analytic Platform. Next. Okay, don't have. Okay, this is outline of my presentation. Next. Okay, this is basically, let me share with you about some background about MUO, Malaysian Urban Observatory. Basically, in development planning or town planning, we need a very comprehensive and big data, latest data, live data, reliable data, and so on. So, in order to predict the future, this is town planning all about, because we need a data to predict the future. So, in national planning, National Physical Plan 3, Malaysian Urban Observatory was identified to be established because we need a center for the data for us, town planning and others field to predict what is going to be in our future. That's here come with the MUO. So the study for Malaysian Urban Observatory MUO development was completed in 2019. I think we started in 2019, completed with the study. And now we have the team to do the MUO. So next. So this is what we call back. Sorry, back. Okay. So what is Urban Observatory? This is very important. Let me share with the others. Urban Observatory is a big data application system as urban data and information hub based on the information technology. So this is the main definition by the UN Habitat. So for the Malaysian Urban Observatory, we describe MUO is as urban big data analytic platform, a data reference and monitoring center that will monitor the level of well-being and sustainability of the cities in Malaysia. This is the difference. So we translate the definition of urban observatory from the UN Habitat to the Malaysia context as a platform that will monitor the level of well-being and the sustainability of the cities. Cities that mean for the local authority. That mean in our as a department in the federal level. So we have a system to monitor the state. That mean for our state and also the local authority. That mean local authority focus on the cities. That mean okay. This is the main definition of the urban depositories. At this moment, we are developing the MEO system for data generation and analysis, management of urban data, analysis of data, and dissemination of the information, which are among the important tools for planning decision making. So the main reason why we need the need for the MEO to the decision making. This is the main our aim. So next, okay. So this is the slide show that this is a national physical plan. So MEO identified in the national physical plan. National physical plan is the highest ranking spatial planning document in the national development framework. That means we have the national physical plan at the national level, that means for federal. We have the state structure plan at the state level, and we have the local plan at the local authority. That means for the cities. So this is, we identify the MEO in the national physical plan in the national development framework, which translate the translate the country economic and sector policies in the context of physical and spatial dimension. That means we have with the NPP, we call a national physical plan. So national physical plan suggests to us so that we have the MEO, I mean Malaysia, so that the town planning can make, we have a data sharing between the agencies, how to work to predict our future. This is the principle of the MEO. Next, this is the MEO roadmap. We started in National Physical Plan 3, which means that MEO identified in the 2016 in RFN 3, we call it an NPP 3. Then the next MEO roadmap started in 2016. 16 MEO development study. So in the MEO, in the NPP, suggest that we have to carry out MEO. Then we beat the budget. Then we managed to get the budget. Then we study the MEO development study carried out in 2019. So that align the concept and the need to establish MEO in order to justify the project. So with the NPP is very important at the national level that propose to us to have a MEO. This is the concept. So with the proposal by the NPP, then we carry out another study to justify the development of MEO to the government. So this is a quite long process for us to get the MEO to be implemented in Malaysia. The next, so the mobilization was start in 2020 after the government approved the budget. So with the government approved, then we started the project in 2020. So development of MEO started with data landscape preparation, system development, which consists of 5 main modules and 21 sub-modules. So if you look at this roadmap, we started from 26 to 2019 to 2020. Now it's 2021 with the data landscape. Now we are in the MEO system development at the 2020, so that 3 years to go for us to materialize the MEO. It is a quite long journey for us to implementation of MEO. Next. So let me share. What is MEO? What is the MEO? I think in the context of why we need the MEO. So if you can share with the slide, an urban monitoring system at the national level that integrate various big data platform to carry out analytical data function become more comprehensive inclusive, and effective to achieve sustainable development for the well-being of the community. This is the reason why we need MEO. So if we look at what is MEO, what is MEO is all about? First is a big data. This is one we call it as a big data. And second one is the smart partnership, multi-dimension, cross-platform, and big data analytics. This is the what we call it the very difficult part of MEO, because we need a smart partnership. We need a collaboration between internally within our PlanMalaysia also, and also the externally between the ministry and the department or agencies at the national level, state level, and also at the local level. This is why we call it a smart partnership, multi-dimensional, cross-platform, and big data analytics. And the next one, what is that? We call it to develop, collect, analyze data on a set of localized indicators to monitor a range of local or national priority issues. So in the most important in our MEO is we have to have a target. What we need? Because we have to have a MEO with our own identity. What is our own aim for the MEO? So next. So the aim or the goal is to national platform for a big data analytic for spatial planning through a smart integrated information network. This is our goal in the development of MEO. So in this case, I think when we talk about the national level, they aim to be a national platform. This is a big task for the group to achieve at national level, to represent Malaysia at the national level, at the international level, or the global. So this is very important for us to have a very specific goal. That means they can represent Malaysia. What is all about? What is data? That means represent Malaysia. That we give the global what is about the MEO. Then the global know what is about the Malaysia. So that's why MEO is very important to us, because this is represent the Malaysia to the global in terms of big data. So with the MEO, we will able to track and monitor progress on land use development. Because when we talk about planning, most of planning, we talk about the progress of land use, conduct urban analysis for trend of in transportation, land use changes, urbanization, demographic, and simulation of the future scenario in urban development. So in this case, what we call it, we can conclude that MEO will display urban development information and map to the global. This is our aim to go to the MEO. So you also incorporate a smart city platform as a model. I will talk later. But from this one, we will call that objective is to develop an innovative system that automatically collect, generate, and analyze data, monitoring of urban sustainability based on the achievement. Third is develop the national smart city platform, focused on the implementation of innovative technology solution through geoanalytic, develop data center, form a variety of technology, and lastly is to develop a network of information exchange and capability building. This is the objective of our MEO. Next. So this is the hierarchy. Maybe it's quite different from my personal opinion. So it started from the Global Urban Observatory at the national level. Then we have a regional urban observatory, they mean by region or continent. Then next is the National Urban Observatory NUO at the country level for the Malaysia. But for me, I involved this project in I think in 2016 as one of the team. That means we have another level. That means after National Urban Observatory, we have another level. Is we call it a regional MEO at the Malaysia level. That means for the Iskandar Malaysia, we have an authority for the regional level in Malaysia, for Iskandar Malaysia, NCIA, ECIA, and others. Then the last one is a local urban observatory at the state or the locality. This is the hierarchy of our system that we create in our framework of MEO. started from national urban observatory to the regional, and the last one is a local urban observatory. Next. So this is the MUO framework. This is still is at the early stage because we are still in the discussion with the stakeholder that it may change from time to time. But we have the two main elements. First, MUO, that means the content of urban gallery module. Second is decision support module, urban sustainability for monitoring and reporting module. Third is next is the research and development module. And next is dashboard UO module, and the next one is MUO GeoHub module. So the another element is the national smart city. So national smart city is come from the national smart city framework that carry out a study in 2019 that finished in 2020. So the content consists of national smart city profile module, smart city data module, smart city analytic module, and the last one is the smart rating repository module. This is main element, and the other one is more onto the support system to our MUO. It's quite complicated. If we can look at this slide, it's quite complicated. So next. So the National Smart City platform, so you can see one of slide, the objective is to a National Smart City platform, they want from the Smart City framework. There are three objectives. One is real-time data sharing integration through the use of AI, IoT, big data, machine learning, GIS, and automation. That one is to achieve a national smart city platform is an integrated platform at the national level. And the second one, the objective is to supporting a service delivery and urban management through data driven and so on to achieve the aim of to integrate smart city data and municipal information to create a smart city data center. This is from the hierarchy that I will talk just now. And the last one, the objective to monitoring the implementation of smart city at the local level through the integration of smart city platform to achieve this platform can have big data analytics for more efficient decision making process. So this is the smart city platform that include that established in MUO. Next. So the need for the national smart city platform first is to achieve a national direction to implement the Malaysia Smart City Framework 2019 to 2025 under the Smart Government Component Strategy 4 to increase the use of data sharing platform across government agency. And the second one is the data sharing to establish an standard for smart city data sharing and towards seamless integration and open data to promote future smart city innovation. And the third is to monitoring and monitor and measure the implementation of smart city initiative in Malaysia and achievement of cities to be on par with the cities of international standing. And the last one to achieve cost reduction. This is one very important. I think in our structure, maybe same with the other country, this is the main reason why we need one platform, one single platform that we can share together because of cost reduction. Because to reduce the cost of infrastructure and ICT resources in smart city operation and establish interagency coordinators to save time, manpower, and cost. Maybe I will discuss this now quite a detail. Because one of the reasons we need the MUO because each department, each ministry, maybe same with other country, they want to develop the system by their own, for their use, for their own use. But the data they need from the other ministry or department. They cannot share. Is it right? Is it right? So it's very difficult to share the data with the other department. Yeah? This is why we need MUO to reduce to cost reduction. This is the main reason that we need MUO so that the data will be shared together. Next. So the application of MUO. So this is the initial concept of MUO. The capability of MUO, first mapping and visualization to understand location and relevance to map and visual presentation. Because we locate the MUO in town planning because town planning we need a location. We cannot move away from the location, so we need a location. That's why maybe other department the location is not important, but the data important. But town planning, we need the location. At the same time, we need data with the location. So we need that. This is why we need the application MUO we develop in our department, so that with the mapping and visualization, we can make decision. Will help make decision quickly, accurately, and reliably. This is very important. The data from other agency, vertically or horizontally, we need the data quickly, accurately, and reliable. So that in this case, let me say, I will explain it further. We need a very good cooperation between the agency, ministry, and department, so that we can share the data together without fear and favor. I think this is the word that we can use. So the next one is data management, systematic, relevant, accurate, and up-to-date data management to achieve monitoring and assessment, detect, manage, and monitor in near real time. So that is purpose. The last one is data analytics, easy to use analytical data, analytical model, and easy to understand the information. So one of the reason we need another reason we need MUO. So we need evidence based before we make a decision. This is very important. So in our department, we prepare a lot of development plan. So when in the process of development preparation of the development plan, we need a data that reliable. But the important thing is data is the evidence base. We need the evidence base. Without the evidence base, the planning is we can say is very weak if you don't have evidence base. So to achieve data analytics, to achieve a sharing and collaboration, empower all parties to easily explore, use, and share planning information. So one of the concept that we will introduce is the data we will share and collaborate together with the ministry and the department or agency vertically and horizontally. This is very important. So next, the benefit of MUO and for the effective urban management, first is to well-informed decision due to data-driven and analytic environment, that is evidence-based. Second, to quick access to vast information and integration data from different resources. And the last one, integration, interactive and the user-friendly interface. So this is the benefit of MUO. Next. So this is one that we have to face now until 2025. First issue and challenges is creating a common goal and understanding of MUO. This is a very big challenge because each ministry and department, they have their own function and they have their own role in the Malaysia. So how we want to share, create a common goal and understanding of MUO. This is our challenge in development of MUO. The second one, capacity building and importance of subject matters expert SME. You know, also because to develop MUO, we cannot depend on town planner solely. We need expert from other field like data scientists, from the engineering and others, so that the data will be, we will develop the data when we can share together. Then the next one is sense of belonging between the main stakeholders. This one is very difficult for us because each department of the agency, ministry, when they develop the data, they have the sense of belonging to the system or the data they develop. So there is our task how to share with them. Next is leadership and the political will. Maybe this one is more to our internal. So the direction of our department, we have to say that we have to achieve 2025 and 2030. We have still continuous. We still have development and implementation of MBO until forever. This is, we need the leadership and political will. Next is data sharing between the agency. This I will talk about. Sustainability and continuity of the MBO project. We need, because our budget, the government give our budget to 2025. Then after 2025, we had to fight to the government to get the budget until 2023, 2030, then 2035, then 2030, then 3040, until forever. Okay, next, data integration and open data. This is due to the system. The last one is the dynamism of technology. So do you need a budget every 5 years or every year to coordinate with the technology in the market? The next. So as a conclusion, urbanization and development challenges in Malaysia require MBO to be developed. MBO also provide information on status of city in Malaysia that can be monitored and compared. MBO has the function of analyzing urbanization information as a basic for solving data and rural issue. Before I conclude my presentation, we also need the second one is very important. MBO provide information that the status city, because when to the investor, when we have about around 147 local authorities or city, so investors want to invest, they want to know which area that give them a good environment to investment. So we need the status of city in Malaysia that can be monitored and compared. And the last one, my conclusion is, this is we already started in 2 years. So we will finish in 2025. Maybe the next, we need a net, maybe in the next workshop, we will present the system itself. And 2030, maybe in the workshop, we will present the implementation, the success story of the MBO. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Abdullah, for the interesting topics, and then all the best to your MUO. We hope to have some successful story in 2025. As a big data analysis, as we understand, we need a big data, pulling over all the data from the different agencies and the government. But the issue we're gonna discuss at the later stage is ownership of the data. A different agency and different ministry try to hold their data internally, and then this gathering try to weigh out how to open the data, how to share the data in a collective manner. So in that sense, understanding the goal and sharing the goal and understanding each other, that's the key element for the future our collaboration. Okay, let's move on to the next presentation from Thailand. Dr. Apinat, he's the Vice President of the Digital Service and Platform Promotion Department in DIPA in Thailand. He's looking after digital services and platform promotion department of DIPA. Has a mission to promote and support every city in Thailand to utilize cities. He will be talking about smart city and city data platform in Thailand. With this, I'd like to invite Dr. Apinat to the stage. Please welcome him. Before you make a presentation, as I said earlier, we might have some Q&A after finishing his presentation. Please write down your question, and then we might have some maybe 10 to 15 minutes after his presentation. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. Sawadee krab. Good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, my pleasure to be here. So, can you show my slide? My name is Apinat Thiemsupat. I'm the Vice President of the Digital Service and Platform Promotion Department of the DIPA in Thailand. DIPA stands for Digital Economy Promotion Agency in Thailand. as you see. The first, I will introduce the DIPA a little bit. The DIPA is under the Ministry of Digital Economy and Society of Thailand. Our duty is to promote and support any digital economy in Thailand. So my objective, the main of my objective is we are promoter. So we are matching all the digital service provider to the local city or municipality to get any digital service and to drive the digital service or digital economy in Thailand. Next slide, please. Okay, today's my agenda is only 3 objects. The policy, the update, and the last one is the city data platform that the match in the topic today. And the first, next slide, please. Okay, in Thailand we have the 13 NESDP that stand for National Economic and Social Development Plans in Thailand. So we have number 8 pillars in this NESDP. This plan is talk about we will have the smart city and the smart area that develop in sustainability. So it came along the SDG alignment of the UN. Next slide, please. Okay, this is the Thailand Smart City mechanism. First of all, any city in Thailand, they will submit the proposal to DIPA. The proposal will, I will talk about the criteria or anything later. The proposal will have the vision, the infrastructure plan, the data platform that they will use, the solution and the management model. In this proposal, they will send to us to DIPA or the Smart City Office in Thailand. Then they will be promoted to Smart City promotional area. In this process, they will have the incubation and the capacity building, the technology matching from us, and the last one, they will have the Smart City Ambassador. The Smart City Ambassador is the program in the DIPA to get the new graduate student to help them to build the smart city with help of the DIPA and support of the DIPA. So the last one, if the proposal and anything else is okay, they will get the badge. In Thailand, we call the Smart City badge. We will endorse them to be with the Smart City in Thailand, and they will get the tax incentive from Board of Investment of Thailand, the BOI. And you can get the fund from our ministry. And we will synchronize effort from the various ministry. And the last one is maybe the nation and national support to them. By getting the Smart City badge, they will be past the National Steering Committee in Thailand. Next slide. Okay, this is the process. The first of all, the proposal will be considered by the Smart City Thailand office, that is the DIPA. And next, step 2 and step 3 will be the evaluation and approved by the National Smart City Steering Subcommittee, and the last one is the Smart City Thailand Steering Committee. So the last one they have Smart City badge, and we will have 2-year follow-ups, the proposal, the policy, and to unlock restriction and get any further benefits. Next slide. Okay, we will talk about the 5 requirements in the proposal for the smart city in Thailand. The first ones, they will have the vision and goals of the smart city, because many cities have different requirements, different vision, and different problems. So they will tell us what direction they will do for that city. The goal, the objective, and the last one, what the characteristic of the city that they will be. The second one is the infrastructure of the city. What they have in their city, what infrastructure they have in the city, the transportation, the utilities, or anything that they need. The third one is city data and security. This is with that we call the city data platform. What data that they keep, what data they have, and how they manage the data that they get. The fourth is we have 7 dimensions of the smart city, just like the PlanMalaysia. So the fourth is how they provide digital service by the data that they get from the third. What service they provide, what activity, what the project that they provide. And the last one, how they can manage the project for sustainability. So we will evaluate all 5 requirements and give the best of the smart city of Thailand. Next slide, please. This is our 7 dimensions of smart city. Maybe similar to the PlanMalaysia. Something we don't have the smart digital infrastructure. We have smart environment, smart energy, smart mobility, smart economy, smart living, smart people, and the last one is smart governance. In the detail, you can see in slides. Okay. Next one. Okay, this is the criteria and the key performance index, key performance indicator for the 7 dimensions of the smart city. For example, the smart environment, anything, air quality, water quality, and the waste management will meet the environmental standard. And the last, and the second one is the carbon dioxide emission reduction is more than 1% annually. It's a for example. And we have any all of the key performance indicator of the 7 dimensions. Next slide, please. You can download. This is a smart city handbook in Thailand. The DIPA is working together with the UK embassy to issue this handbook. Okay, next slide, please. Now I will update the status of the smart city in Thailand. Next slide. Next, please. Okay. Now, just like I said, they will submit the proposal to DIPA. Now we have the 66 proposal in 34 provinces in Thailand. We have 2 types of the city. The livable city is an old city, and a new city. They will build the new city one. We have 59 livable city and 7 new city proposal. The proposal is in the 20 provincial level and 29 municipality or district level, and the last one is a proposal in this area level. It's not the provincial and not the sub-district. I mean, it's the area. Next slide, please. Okay, this is the 30 cities that they get the smart city badge in Thailand. When they get the smart city badge, the digital provider and the digital technology that implemented in the proposal in the area, they will get the incentive for the government and for the DIPA, just like the tax incentive. Next slide, please. Okay, this is the analytics for the 30 smart city proposal. For the service that they will build in Thailand, the most of all is the smart environment. Because of our criteria, they will in their proposal, they will implement smart environment first, and the other is they can choose this any smart. And in the left hand side is a smart city budget in their proposal. They will you can see that the mobility is take many budget, the most of all. Okay. Next slide, please. This is a smart city landscape in Thailand. We have many types of the landscape of the support. We have the global partner, we have the city management, we have policy and promoting, just like DIPA in that. We have funding, we have in many solution provider, the R&D, creative innovation, standard and regulation, and we can the last one is many academics organization in Thailand. Next slide, please. So this is Smart City Thailand milestone. We start the Smart City Steering Committee in 2017, and we joined the ASCN in 2018. And now we are the first 15 Smart City batch. We issue in 2021, and now in 2022 we have City Data Platform Framework and Smart City Leadership Program. Next slide, please. Okay. Now we will talk in detail of the City Data Platform. Okay, next slide, please. Just as I say, the City Data Platform is in the third requirement in the proposal. How they get the data, what the data they collect, what the data they will provide to open. Anything else, what the security in the data they manage. Is it the third requirement of the proposal? Next slide, please. This is the framework that we issued it. We have the data for the fundamental, and City Data Platform is in the middle, and the last one is the application and service. With this framework, we will have the law and standard and the manpower development to cover the frameworks. And the City Data Platform, we will have three main pillars: the data catalog, data exchange, and data governance. Next slide, please. This is a picture in detail. The data, so you know, we have the data that the existing data, the statistical data, and the real-time data, two fundamental of the platform. And next, we will have the data analytic platform for the ingest, to process and store preparation and analyze and serve to the people. But in the platform, we will keep under the data catalog, data exchange, and data governance. Then we will have build the service, any service above the platform, and with the law and standard and with the manpower development. Next slide, please. Okay. Yeah. So last, we our main three pillars is catalog, exchange, and governance. Next slide, please. This is for this is the example, the use case in Thailand. I show some case to introduce to you. This is in the Rayong province. We have the CCTV dashboard. I think all of you will familiar with this. Okay. They use the CCTV to analyze the traffic and the for the smart mobility to traffic management, and the second one is for the smart living, for the security or the track and trace the license plate and the mobility type. Next slide, please. There is you use the AI detection for the license plate and the type of the vehicle to track and trace what the direction where the place they go. And in this case, they use for the security. Next slide, please. Okay. And this one is the Phuket province. They have the smart economy for the smart economy. They use for the tourism. They analyze the tourism data. What area that the nationality of the tourism in what area, and what hotel that they analyze the data that they make, how they can get the service of the hotel, get the service of transportation for the tourism. And on the right, on the top, they use for the land management. How can people go to open the store? What type of the store in this area? Not much, or sorry. What type of the store they will open? What the price of the rental? What the price of the land in that area? That they will analyze for the ROI, ROE for their business to use that in the Phuket. Next slide, please. This is the last one. This is the Yala province. They use the mobility intelligence in Yala. The mobility intelligence they use in the COVID situation. They use for the lockdown policy. They use the data of the mobility to monitor how it works when they issue the lockdown policy in Yala. They get the data how the people came in the area that they locked down, or what the time, what the density of the people in the area of Yala. They use this data to analyze all of that. Okay. Next slide, please. This is how the Yala and people in Yala came in and came out the lockdown area that they use for the analyze. Okay, next please. Okay, next way. It is density. The last one. Okay. Yeah. You can download. We have the City Data Platform Development Framework. You can download, but unfortunately, This is in Thai. We don't have in English. We will provide the next one for in English, but now this is in Thai. Sorry for that. Next one, please. Okay. For the further information, you will contact directly to me, or you will contact the Smart City office. We work together with the Smart City office in Thailand of the DIPA. This is in detail information here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kun Apinat, for your interesting presentation. As you understand, Thailand has a well-structured framework of smart city, and then they have some good example of the city data platform framework. That concludes the three presentation, but as I said earlier, we might have some Q&A. But as I said earlier, I'm not smart enough to control the time. It's now just 12:30. But with your indulgence, I'd like to take 10 minutes for some possible Q&A. I hope you understand. So I just want to, I have some couple of questions to the speakers, but instead of taking your valuable time, I'd like to open the floor first. If there is any question to our speaker, otherwise I just have some question to speaker. Is there? Yes, please. There is a microphone over there, so you can ask question.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Shah Jahan. I'm from the Malaysian Smart City Alliance. A couple of questions, but let me give you the first important question. I'm also in the ISO committee for smart city pilot projects. So one of the issues that we have is that between benchmarking between Korea, Thailand, and Malaysia, how do we enumerate per square kilometer or per square cm of every KPI, smart governance, smart community, because it's a function of land use. Is there a common denominator? Are we setting for the whole of ASEAN or for the world? That's the first question. The second question I have is that in the budget matching between Thailand and Korea, is the financing public or most of it, is it private funding that's coming in to push smart city dimensions? Okay. The third thing is that in ASEAN or Asia Pacific, are we looking at common standards of definitions at the Urban Observatory for data sets? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the question. Regarding the third question, APT aiming for our standards on that matter. At the moment, we don't have any work items dealing with those issues, MU data sets. But actually, APT is an intergovernmental organization. APT relies on contribution. So if PlanMalaysia or any stakeholders in Malaysia coming through the KCOM to set up some work item to set the data standards, APT is willing to work with you. And regarding the second question about the budget, I would hand over the question to our eminent speaker. Where your budget comes from? Is a public partnership project or it's just purely government funded project? I need a microphone from organizer.
Okay. In Thailand, the smart city project will come from the private sector and public sector working together to make the proposal. What the project they will do in the area, what kind of the project. So maybe sometime only the public for the government, they think about the project. But mostly they will go together with the private project sector. And about the budget, right? The budget they have is very variety budget. Maybe 5 million baht, and they can go up. Some project they can go up to 100 million. They very very budgeting in Thailand.
Thank you, Kunap. Mr. Abdullah, about the financing.
I think the most important thing, implementation of smart city in Malaysia, we need to have a framework first or guideline that to be implemented to the order authority. This is very important because we want to standardize smart city framework to all over Malaysia, so that the locality they have their own based on our framework, they have their own blueprint for their local authority or state. This is very important. After that, this is the first stage, because then the next stage is we will identify maybe local authority, we will have and work together how to finance maybe a project a smart city, whether in the government or the private initiative. Because most of the project smart city initiative, for example, CCTV and other, now we implemented is ad hoc, because the government give the money, then the PBT local authority they make what they develop by their own. So this is the problem, because with the smart city framework, so we will coordinate all the maybe we will coordinate all the initiative smart city standardized between the PBT local authority and also the state. This is important for us.
Okay, thank you so much. I think smart city is we understand is a collective effort, not only the public sector but also the private sector as well. So I think PPP would be a good model in terms of the smart city. I just wonder whether Dr. Gina Park is with us for answering the financing issue in Korea.
When it comes to financing issues, but you said earlier we have a good model of the financing is that PPP partnership, public-private and partnership. So we drive the collaboration with this to solve the problem with the specific task for we support the funding that is which support technology with the human needs. So we are first support the technology is the selected and designed the shape from to give for living better life with funding. Exactly how to specific funding is we need money, but we first thinking about the data or sharing something or how to improve our living is the first we have the request our smart city for the better our living conditions. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, thank you very much. Regarding the first question, please, I think we might take some offline discussion on that matter because we don't have much time. And then I wish to give any other delegation to make any question. Any other question? Okay, let me give one question to, actually, I have a specific question to individual speakers and a general question to all speakers, but I'd like to understand, Dr. Gina Park, I fully subscribe what you mentioned. Our strategy for smart city should be coherent. But at the same time, Korea is one of the leading countries for promoting our ubiquitous city in a couple of years ago. But now we are talking about smart city. So changing those kind of movement, and then a new government has a new priority and initiatives, and the technology keep on changing. So how to ensure those kind of coherent strategies? So I just wonder whether Korea is one of the leading countries in smart cities. So I just wonder what are those arrangements in Korea?
When it comes to coherence, is the key topic of the smart city. Smart city towards some aspect or some elements to interoperable of the data platform, but we previously used city, UGC means ubiquitous cities, is the Korea strategy create a series of smart city based on the ubiquitous computing and iCities by providing a ubiquitous city infrastructure. City infrastructure is the important key point of a smart city, but we don't mention, we don't considering people or innovation and sustainability. And we now for this we focusing on the three major areas, not infrastructure. The three major area is the data sharing, how to city sharing, how to service the interoperability. So data means we collect, store, and analyze, administer data as well as other data in the city is utilized when we need it. So we have built a data sharing platform. This is not a city infrastructure, and store, analyze, and utilize the different type of administrative data. For example, is the topic. It means the transport operation and information system is advanced public transport management system is based on the data gathering from throughout the city, such as location, travel times, and interval of public buses and subway trains in the real time. This is we told make a good infrastructure, not just we need interoperable data or sharing the smart service for our society. I think it's when use of the data is more predictable and better understand for our society. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm looking at my watch. I know you are starving. So I will pose a common question, but I don't expect any answer at the moment because it will be continuous questions throughout all our workshop. The question is, what are the challenges in asking our different ministries and different agencies to share their data? I think it's a quite challenging issue, not only Malaysia, Thailand and Korea. I think all of countries, those are the key elements. How to share the data, how to ask other ministries' data in terms of smart city. So there will be a common challenge. I think there are some of the best practices in the region and outside the region. So maybe the second session and third session and the last session, we'll be discussing this topic. What are the best way to integrate the data and the data sharing? So those are the key topics for our future deliberation throughout our workshop. That's my question to the following session, but we need some collective wisdom how to answer to this question. So with this, I'd like to wrap up this session, and then please join me in thanking our eminent three speakers for their excellent presentation. Thank you. And then thank you so much for bearing with me. And then, as I said earlier, I'm not smart enough to control time, but I do wish you have some good takeaway throughout this session. Having said this, I'd like to hand over microphone to my colleague. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Jambun Park, for moderating our first session today. Ladies and gentlemen, as a token of gratitude and appreciation, we are pleased to invite Mr. Rashid bin Saman, Director of Project Office of the Central Zone Town and Country Planning Malaysia, to deliver the gift. Please welcome Dr. Jambun Park, Director Project Development Asia Pacific Telecommunity, APT. Next, representative for Dr. Jinha Park. Maybe Mr. Ki Won Kim can be a representative for Dr. Jinha. Next, Planner Muhammad Nazri bin Abdullah, Deputy Director General Planning, Town and Country Planning, Malaysia. And last but not least, Dr. Abdullah Tiam, Certified Vice President of Digital Service and Platform Promotion Department. Thank you, Mr. Rashid bin Saman, for delivering the gift. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, today's program will start for a lunch break and will resume at 2 p.m. for the second session. And lunch is now provided at the Palm Cafe near to the main lobby. Ladies and gentlemen, for your information, official dinner hosted by PPA Korea will be at 6 p.m. at the Palm Cafe. We really appreciate you can stay until the end of the event and join the official dinner. Please inform the Secretariat if you could not join the official dinner. Thank you. See you for the next session.
Recording stopped.
Pukul 2 PM? Hmm. 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 Oh, itu yang kita punya. Okay, boleh? Nak ambil ke? Boleh.